Hi, I'm Steph. I live in Tallahassee, Florida, and a great place to kayak here is called Lake Talquin. There are 8 free boat landings available to launch from. My friend Stephanie and I kayaked all 8 in 2022 over 8 months. Today I'm going to compile all those videos together. You'll see what each launch has to offer and some unique features. Throughout the video, you'll see lots of wildlife, plenty of gators, some dead things we came across, some really windy days, and I'll share safety kayak gear I take on open water like Lake Talquin. After sharing all the landings, I will rank all 8 and let you know what the best landing is to check out. And throughout, I'll share some facts about this unique lake in North Florida.
Look at the island! That's so cool! That's so cool! Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are out kayaking yet again. And I think we're in Gilligan's Island. Is that where we are?
This is Gilligan's Island. I actually saw I don't know their names.
I saw the professor.
The professor, yes. And someone wearing a ball gown.
Yes.
You know.
The movie star.
Yes. You've seen more Gilligan's Island than I have.
I've seen them all, actually. I used to watch them all the time, obviously in rerun. But we are out here at Coe Landing, and this is one of the 25 free boat landings here in Leon County.
Oh, that is really pretty.
It's all in our hands, this life of time.
This is like...
It's given to us all. It gathers round each night, each morn. We watch it pass and grow. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands. With every field and rising sea, can hear the sounds of all.
Oh, okay, I'm cool. Okay. I did good without like freaking out and like.
You scared the crap out of me.
What? It scared the crap out of me!
There's an alligator.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Oh my gosh.
Not too
That is not even. That is a gator.
Go to the ocean.
It is not an ocean kayak.
Well, I have an ocean kayak.
Stephanie is stuck on something. I think that's terrifying.
I mean,
She's fine.
considering that it's not there anymore, it could have been a gator.
Oh my gosh! We are hearing all these noises. Oh my gosh. And there's like, I feel like there's bubbles there. Okay.
I think that's a...
Okay, there's one.
Where?
Right there. Right there.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big freaking one.
A really big one.
That's, oh, it went under the water. Oh gosh, Stephanie. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah, let's go on this side.
Okay. It's so cool, but it's 100% where you see gators.
This area.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is 100% gator area.
In the middle of the lake back
Yes.
there.
Yes, not as bad.
This is where they live.
But this
They
is
live
their
up
home.
here.
This is their home, yeah.
And with every change we'll always be where hope's not lost but found. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
One cool thing about this landing is it's actually a campground. And so Stephanie and I are going to scout it out to see if there's anything that might be worth staying here sometime, kayaking and staying here. There are super cute Airstream trailers everywhere. Small one and big one. Super cute. Okay, and there's just a rooster. Because you know, that is a pretty rooster. There's a little walkway here that we're going to check out to see if it shows us anything. Well, that looks like a alligator swamp. So this is Florida. If you're wondering what Florida looks like, this is native Florida, which is pretty cool that there are still places that you can see the natural order of things.
This is the coolest lake I've ever kayaked.
That is huge. Okay, guys, she's been kayaking since she was like 4.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah. So that is, wow. So that is high praise. This was an amazing adventure here. We did see 4 gators.
We saw 4. There were probably a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
We're not sure if the noises are gators or birds. I think they're birds.
I'm pretty sure they're gators. So this is end of April, which is gator mating season. So they definitely are more active during this time of year. So you always want to be very cautious with gators, but especially this time of year. And we did. We gave them plenty of space if we saw them. And we enjoyed the lake together.
Yep.
But pretty much gave them full reign of the lake. Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are here at Lake Talquin at Williams Landing. And this is one of the 25 free boat landings here in Leon County. So we're actually going to get off right here. This is the other side of the lake that we think is the national forest. And there's a campsite over here, so we're going to go explore it to see if that's something we want to do at some point. So this is the dock we saw in our last trip. So this is exactly where we were last time when we did Coe Landing. So this is another area. This is, we think this is Fort Braden, which is like a hiking trail area, and there's some campsites over here. So we're looking to see if this is an area where we could actually get off. This seems like a cool campsite.
This would be a good campsite.
This would be a really good campsite. I think you pretty much want to be in a hammock here because this feels like Gator Central. All right, so we just finished kayaking at Williams Landing, which is on Lake Talquin, and we saw 4 gators. And what'd you think?
That was pretty cool. This is also a very neat landing.
Yeah, and there's a campground here, so we're going to explore that. And there was a campground at the other one, so much to explore. We're learning so much about this area. I've lived here all my life, so I have no excuse for not knowing this, but I'm learning it now.
Better late than never.
Exactly. I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we are out at one of the 25 free boat landings here in Leon County, Vause Landing. Yeah, so we're back on Lake Talquin. We've done 2 landings so far. So over here, there is like a giant gator, and we're not sure if it's alive or dead.
You can come over here. It's definitely dead. Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh. It got caught up in a line, I think.
No.
It might have been trapped intentionally.
What?
The fly's buzzing. You know it's probably dead.
Yeah, I see the bugs now. Stephanie is calling the Florida Fish and Wildlife to report the dead gator. Do you see it? Yeah, I see it, but
It's a gator for sure. The tail just went under and the head is...
oh, it's the little guy.
I didn't say it was...
It's a gator.
Told you.
We're gonna leave now.
Huh?
We're gonna leave now.
No, it's actually right in front of us, right there.
Ooh! Yep, okay.
I'm pretty sure that hog was grunting at us.
Yes, no, that was for sure. That was for sure for us.
That was a little creepy.
We are in the middle of Lake Talquin right now. Just pretty epic. It's cool because that's our landing right over there. We just went straight that way and we're going straight back. All right, so we have just finished kayaking and packing up our yaks. We canoe. Hers is a canoe. Mine's a yak. Boats. Our boats.
Our boats.
Our boats. So this was Lake Talquin, Vause Landing. What'd you think?
It's very pretty, very peaceful. It's a little warm, but not too hot.
Mm-hmm.
A little creepy in some places.
So yeah, this was a great landing. The hogs.
We saw wild hogs.
We heard
they grunted at us, so
Yeah.
we left.
Yeah. So
Scarier than a dead gator.
yeah. So it was nice, like spooky. This is October, so it was a nice spooky time of year. Kayaking, and I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It was
And
pretty
then
cool.
We saw the normal wildlife.
Yeah.
Bald eagle. Lots of cormorants.
6 gators? 5 gators?
Five or
Yeah.
6 alligators that weren't
Yeah.
dead.
Weren't dead. One dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is Hall Landing.
We're on Lake Talquin again today. We've explored this lake several times. We're kind of moving our way down, and we're excited to get out and look on this brisk morning.
Yes, it's a cold morning for a Floridian and a
Georgian.
So come join us as we explore Lake Talquin again. So we came upon an island. Well, I saw it on the map, so it wasn't super surprising. But there's a bunch of birds. This is a great morning. Stephanie in the Oriole Lake on a lake. Seems you're in the right place with that kayak.
It is aptly named.
Hey, Coe.
You see it? Oh my gosh.
It's a sweet goat.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
What you doing, goat man?
That's the goat of our kayaking trip.
All right, so we just finished kayaking Lake Talquin. We were at Hall Landing today, and it was beautiful weather.
Oh, the weather is absolutely perfect. I think it's like 50 something,
Yeah.
56 degrees now. It's a little chilly this morning, but out on the sun or on the lake in the sun, it was just perfect. Oh, we went by the Isle of Ungulate, Goat Island.
Stephanie named it.
It's there's a beautiful island, in the middle of the lake right across from here that obviously someone has set up a campground on.
Yeah.
And it looks like a really great place. I don't think it's open to the public. I don't know. There weren't any no trespassing signs, but there was a guard goat. She was a good guard goat.
This landing is also a campsite, so we explored that just a little bit after we kayaked. One thing we noticed in the campground rules is there's nothing that can be attached to the trees, so that means we couldn't hammock camp here, so this might not be the best place to kayak camp, but maybe we could in the future using a regular tent. All the camping spots are centrally located near the bathroom facility, and then there are some pavilions right next to the water. Hi, I'm Steph, and I am out here at Elk Horn Landing, which is one of the free boat landings here in Leon County on Lake Talquin. So this is a very small landing. It's actually close to a couple houses, and it's just kind of a dirt path and a really dirty landing spot. Like there's a lot of dirt there, so that's going to be interesting to get on our kayaks. But I'm just here waiting for Stephanie, and I'm going to set up my kayak. I think this is where you're supposed to launch from. It's considered a hand launch, which, yeah, I would agree with that.
Here's Stephanie. She arrived. She is getting her boat in the glamorous hand launch spots. This is a hand launch spot if I ever saw one.
They are.
Oh, maybe I'll launch from the tree.
Probably won't.
You know I love a good tree. Nice. That's how it's done. Okay, I've decided to launch from the tree because I'm great at balancing on trees, I've learned. So let's see how this goes.
Does that until she falls in one day?
Well, of course.
Good thing to fit in my other one.
Oh, look at this. Then I don't get dirty. That's how it's done. Almost. Okay. I made it in from the log. I'm pretty excited about that, not gonna lie. Now we're actually gonna go the opposite way of Lake Talquin, and we're gonna go down a creek because Stephanie is making me.
Yeah, you want to.
Ah, Stephanie, what is that?
What is what? Oh, what, the dome looking thing? That thing?
Yes.
It's a sandbag.
No, it's not. It's fuzzy.
Huh. Oh.
What? What?
It's either a dead bear or a dead boar. That's a dead bear.
A bear? No way.
That's a dead bear. Yeah, I can smell it pretty well. Let's go back out to the main lake.
Why?
There are less bear in the main lake.
So this is the next landing that we'll do, and we were looking to see if they have bathrooms, and they do. Yay. So we have both gone to the bathroom, and it was surprisingly a nice bathroom. We're gonna do this landing next time, so I'll take video of the bathroom to share how nice they are. All right, so we just finished kayaking at Elk Horn Landing here on Lake Talquin, and what did we run into right away?
Oh, immediately? You mean like within the first like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, a dead bear. Yeah, absolutely a dead bear. At first, because it was missing some fur, because I don't know how long it's been there. It's face first in the water.
Yes.
Kind of spread eagle like this.
This is our second dead thing.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Circle of life, baby.
That was actually still fun, even though it was like gross. You'd love, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was
smelled a little bit less, but
yeah, it was still a great paddle. We had lunch on the water. So, are you excited to continue the landings?
Yes, I'm excited to continue the landings. I'm really looking forward to eventually getting down to the dam.
Yeah,
and see what that looks like.
So we still have, I think we have 3 landings left on Lake Talquin.
We're over halfway.
Yeah, so it's exciting.
And all 3 of the next ones are all really close together. So, because this is the more populated part of the lake, even though it's got more wildlife, apparently.
Yeah.
Less gators.
Yeah,
we didn't see any gators.
No gators today, yeah. But we know they're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
They're out
sure.
there.
Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we are at Lake Talquin again, and we are at Stoutamire Landing.
Today is pretty windy, as you might be able to tell. It's about 50 degrees. We're paddling out to one of the fingers on the lake, but we're contending with some, waves and stuff, so a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a little choppy on the water, so we'll see how far we get, but you know what? We're excited to be here, and come join us. So here at the Stoutamire Landing, there is 2 docks, which is nice. There's a floating dock, which is usually easier to get on from a kayak, and then there's a wooden dock, and then there's another dock over here that I bet you would use for fishing. So this is the landing. It's nice. It has a playground, and it has some nice bathrooms. I talked about those in our last video. That was Elk Horn Landing. And there's some parking if you have a trailer. So if Stephanie brought her trailer, she'll probably park down there. And I'm just parked over here. So we are about middle of the lake. We're trying to make our way to the side. So Stephanie, how's it going so far?
Oh, fun. Yep, I'm getting wet.
My legs are wet, but it's still fun. Let's make it over there, hopefully. Worst case scenario is we stay on the side and call an Uber.
It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all. It gathers round each night, each morn. We watch it pass and grow. It is all in our hands. hands. It is all in our hands. With every field and rising sea.
Okay, we just finished kayaking, been Stoutamire Landing, and what'd you think?
A little choppier than normal. It was kind of so choppy. We had some guy on a pontoon boat stop and offer to give us a tow. We told him, no, we're fine. We're just out here having fun.
Yeah.
We don't need help.
But it was cold today, which was actually really nice. I wasn't overly cold, were you? Yeah, it was just...
I had layers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just, you just have to dress for you're supposed to dress for the water temperature,
Yep.
not the air temperature, but you should also dress for the air temperature.
Yes.
So we were here today at Ben Stoutamire. So we've only got 2 left, Wainwright Landing and Blount Landing. And then we've got the dam. What did the fish say when it hit the brick wall? Dam. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we are doing Wainwright Landing here on Lake Talquin. This is the second to last landing that we have to do on Lake Talquin.
It's a very beautiful day. It's very overcast, foggy, not too hot, not too cold, a little humid.
Yeah.
This is a residential area. It's kind of a smaller boat launch. It does have a little bit of parking for boat trailers, but you might hear, some of the neighborhood dogs in the background barking very forlornly, poor thing.
We want to go say hi, but we probably should just get on
probably
the water.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
So hopefully we won't find anything dead today. And
I already saw vultures. I think something's dead. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we find anything dead today. All right. So let's go paddling. So last time Stephanie and I were on Lake Talquin, it was windy, and we realized it might have been helpful to have walkie-talkies because we were like a little distance from each other. And me and my mom were at Costco the other day, and they had some on sale. So we have walkie-talkies, so we're having fun playing with them. Stephanie, I am recording about our walkie-talkies. Do you get this? Over.
Coming in loud and clear. Over.
With every field and rising sea, can hear the sounds of all, and with every change we'll always be where hope's not lost but found. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
What did you learn?
The story behind this place, they closed down 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years
Okay.
ago.
So before COVID.
It's the woman who owns it, her and her husband who own it. They're just getting too old to own a bar,
Oh, okay.
all that stuff. So,
So you got cream soda and
chips.
which kind of chips?
Salt and vinegar chips.
Salt and vinegar,
I
the
like
best
salt.
kind. Okay, so we just finished kayaking Wainwright Landing here on Lake Talquin, and as expected, the fog was super awesome and like cool and mysterious.
Oh, it was very cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Sea monster type cool.
Yeah. We didn't see any though.
No.
They're probably under the water.
We did see an old restaurant that you could boat up to and an abandoned payphone. The restaurant closed down about 4 years ago, I think is what she said.
Yeah.
I went inside. It's got a bait shop there now, so that they're just doing the bait shop. A very nice woman running the place, but unfortunately they can't keep up with the demands of a restaurant.
So thanks for joining us, and next time we're going to do
The last one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the last one.
Yes, so we're excited to finish doing this side of Lake Talquin next week, and we might have to do some kind of celebrating.
We might have to celebrate.
Might have to celebrate a little bit.
At the dam.
At the dam, yeah. I wonder what we'll say when we see it. Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we are at
Blount Landing.
Blount Landing on Lake Talquin, and
This is our last landing on this side, on the Tallahassee side.
yes, of Lake Talquin. So we started this adventure back in April, and it is now December 22nd. So this is our end of this journey, and it is our nice little Christmas present to finish this lake. It's cold.
It's like 50 degrees.
And windy, but it's cloudy. That's why it's so much colder. All right, let's go paddling that way.
And we know the change will surely come. Maybe one more trip around the sun. But we'll gather here where land meets sea.
We made it to the dam. This dam right here actually is what created Lake Talquin. So Lake Talquin is made up by damming the Ochlockonee River. And so the Ochlockonee River is at the beginning of Lake Talquin, then there's the lake, and then the Ochlockonee continues. And so we have actually kayaked the upper Ochlockonee River, but we haven't kayaked the lower. So now that we've done the Talquin Lake, we may have to do the lower Ochlockonee. But that's what this dam here is all about. So it's exciting to finally get to see it and to have paddled all of Lake Talquin.
The change will surely come. Maybe one more trip around the sun, and we'll gather here where
It's a little windy.
we can be as one.
Yeah.
It is all in our hands. This life of time.
I wanted to show some of the safety things that I brought with me. So one of them is my paddle leash. So this was attached to my paddle. And so if my paddle got away from me, then it wouldn't go very far from my kayak. This is my bilge pump, so if I did fall in my kayak and water got in, I can use this to pump out the water. And then I brought my paddle float, which is this right here, and my paddle, if I needed to get back in my kayak, if I had fallen out of it, then I would put my paddle into here, and then I would attach it right here, and I could use this to leverage myself back into my kayak. So those were my safety. Oh, I also brought my float bags, which are in the nose of my kayak, and I'll show you those when I get out, take my kayak apart. So those are all the safety things I brought today. I didn't fall out. I guess you would have noticed that. But and Stephanie didn't fall out either, so good day on the water. We have finished our paddle here on Lake Talquin. It is done!
Yay! It was very chilly.
So this was a great paddle. I'm still cold. I'm not like freezing, but it was the coldest day that we've kayaked.
No, this is actually not that cold.
No, it's just cloudy because
Yeah.
it's cloudy.
Yeah.
The sun never came out, so that's why it makes it seem more cold.
No.
Yeah.
And it was very windy. It's actually calmed down a lot.
All right, well, that was super fun. We finished Talquin. What were you doing next?
I want to do the ocean next.
The ocean next. Let's do it.
Ocean.
Yes, awesome.
That was a look at all 8 landings on Lake Talquin in the order that you would come across them. But what if you only want to visit 1 or 2 landings? What would those landings be? I'm going to rank these 1 to 8, 1 being the very best of the landings. I'll also talk briefly about the parking, the bathrooms, and the way that you launch at all these landings and why I rank them the way that I do. Let's go in reverse order here. Let's start with number 8, the landing that I don't think you need to visit, and that's going to be Elk Horn Landing. Elkhorn feels more like a side yard of someone's house. It's not, but you really are close to a lot of homes, and there's only a couple places to park. There's also not a great launch spot, it's just kind of a pile of dirt. There's also no bathrooms or other facilities here, and this is not a very exciting part of the lake to visit. Number 7 is Blount Landing. This is the very last landing on the lake, so this would take you the most time to drive to, and I don't think it's worth the drive. It's a very small landing, although it is paved, and there is a dock to launch from. There's also an additional dirt parking lot across from the paved parking lot, but there are no bathrooms at this landing. The only reason I would say to visit this landing is if you want to see the dam that actually is the reason that Lake Talquin was created. Number 6 is Wainwright Landing. Now this is really close to Stoutamire Landing, so you're going to have about the same experience at both of these landings. This one doesn't rank as high because it doesn't have a bathroom and doesn't have a whole lot of parking. There is a decent dock to launch from though. Again, this one is surrounded by a lot of residential homes. We were able to easily paddle over to the Quincy side of the lake and found a paddle up location to grab some food, which was pretty cool. Number 5 is Stoutamire Landing. Now this is not a bad landing. There's a nice amount of parking, there's a bathroom, there are 2 docks that you can launch from, but this landing is right in the middle of a neighborhood, and this portion of the lake is not that exciting and is close to a couple other landings, so it's not as unique as the others. Coming in at number 4 is Williams Landing. This is one of the 3 landings that has a campsite attached to it. It does have access to bathrooms, a decent amount of parking, and a dock to launch from. Now we're getting into the top 3 locations to kayak. Number 3 is Vause Landing. Now this might seem a little odd for a popular landing because there's not a lot here, but I like this because this is one of the only landings that is not surrounded by a lot of homes. It's just a very basic landing. There's a decent amount of parking, there is no bathroom, but there is a nice dock to launch from. I like this one because it's not overly populated. So if you're going on a busy day, this would be a good landing to go to. This is also a nice location on the lake and there's a lot to explore. And it's the closest landing to Lake Talquin State Park. Number 2 is Coe Landing. This is the first landing that you come to on Lake Talquin, so it takes the least amount of time to travel to this landing. Coe also has a campsite, so there is access to bathrooms and there's a good amount of parking. You're right at the top of Lake Talquin, which the Ochlockonee River connects to. There's a lot of little areas that are really cool to explore and a lot of alligators if that's something you're into seeing. This does seem to be a popular fishing spot, so it might not be the best on the weekends. And the number 1 spot to kayak on Lake Talquin is Hall Landing. Now, I say this because I've been to Hall Landing probably more than any of the landings. This is another campsite landing, but it's a little bit of a distance from the parking and the launch spot at the landing, so you don't feel like you're right in the campers area. You also have access to bathrooms because of the campsite. It has a nice, easy dock to launch from, and there's a lot to explore. This is also the location where you can kayak to Goat Island, which used to have a goat on it. And if you want to know what happened to the goat, I have a video right here that explains it. Paddling here, you're right in the middle of Lake Talquin, it's easy to launch from, and it's a fun paddle. So 1 to 8, this is my ranking of which of the landings you ought to try out on Lake Talquin. But hey, don't take my word for it, try them all out. Now you could also go from one landing to the other, so you could start at Coe Landing and go all the way to Blount Landing. Not sure how long it would take, but I know that people have done it before. There are campsites along the way, so it could be a multi-day trip. If you want to see more places to kayak in the Tallahassee area, I'll put a playlist right here. And as always, I hope you have a great day.